So let's go through some of the evidence and how you were able to get over those hurdles of the evidence for the jury. And what was your tactics first in picking the jury? What were you looking for?
So we were looking for people, obviously, that, there's a lot of people out there that they hear the word murder and they get shocked. First of all, people that didn't really have a reaction to murder charges. Secondly, people who have had, family disputes, things like that. There's never a justification for murder, never. However, some people say that it's understandable when it's having to do with family or you're trying to defend someone, something of that nature. So we were trying to find people that were open-minded.
So let's start with the gang and the gang expert. Was he a documented gang member from prior incidents?
No. So in order, there's a few things that a police officer, a detective has to go through to determine whether someone is a documented gang member, right? So one of the things is, have they ever admitted to being a gang member? Whether they have any tattoos or anything on their body that signals that they are a gang member. There's certain different things. In this case, we argued that this was more of a neighborhood group rather than a gang. They didn't wear any specific colors. They didn't have like a gang Bible. He didn't have any tattoos saying that he's part of a gang. He never admitted to being in a gang.
Did you have your own gang expert go against the prosecution?
We did. So we had a gang expert, a great expert. His name is David Windicher. And he actually really helped us through the depositions of the state's experts. So by the time that the state's gang expert testified at trial, when it was time for the defense to put her on a case, we felt like we had done a pretty good job on the cross-examination of the state's gang expert that we didn't even call our experts.
Now, what gang were they trying to affiliate your client with, and what basis what background did they have that they were trying to say that he was part of that gang?
So it wasn't one of those known gangs. To be honest with you, I don't remember the name right now at the top of my head of the gang, but it was one of those like local Miami gangs that they were saying. And there was other people that my client was at some point in his life known to be associated with that were really part of that gang, but my client, there was no evidence that he was part of that gang.